What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we are going to be looking at the top 5 emblems of the week. Now, this is a series that is becoming more and more popular on this channel, thanks to you guys, because you always leave a like on this video. Now, one question I always get about these videos is what day do they get uploaded? Now, generally speaking, it's going to be on a Friday. Generally, it's going to be one week's going to be top 5 emblems, the next week's going to be top 5 paint jobs, and back and forth and back and forth. Now, I try to do it every Friday. Sometimes it gets mixed up when there's some different Call of Duty news, but generally speaking, it's going to be on Friday. Speaking of which, I hope you all had a fantastic week and are having an excellent Friday. I had one of those weeks where I was so busy that I didn't even know it was Friday. Generally speaking, like throughout the week, I always look forward to Friday. I want it to be Friday. I want it to be the weekend, just so I have some time to chill. But this week was just so busy, I didn't even know Friday was coming. Do you guys ever have weeks like that where you're just that busy? You can let me know down in the comment section below, but that's not what this video was about. This video is about absolutely amazing emblems, and this one's going to be no different than any other episode. In fact, I think this may be the best emblems we've ever had before on the show. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do enjoy the video, it'd be super greatly appreciated if you could hit that like button. But without further ado, let's look at these kick-ass emblems. So up first, we have an emblem done by Hero Gaming, and he sent this one into me on Twitter, and this one just brought me back right to my childhood, because this is the old cartoon Batman, like a really old cartoon Batman. Now, I remember growing up, Saturday morning cartoons, always waking up, watching the Batman, and man, this, like I said, this emblem really brought me back. Now, I think it could have been done a little bit better with a little bit more detail, but overall, the old cartoons didn't have a crazy amount of detail, so the amount of detail he put in was pretty good, but like I said, it's lower on the list just because I think there could have been a little bit more. But overall, this thing is amazingly done, and the fact that an emblem like that can bring me way back to my childhood makes me so happy, and it makes it even better when I see this kind of thing in Call of Duty. So Hero Gaming, very well done. The next one is by Mr. Ramirez here on Twitter at TheBeastWolf57, and well, it's an emblem of a wolf's eye, and this one is very well done. Like we're gonna see throughout this video, all these emblems are very well done. Now, the thing is with this one is a lot of the area around the outside isn't complete. Only the top right of the eye is actually complete. But that area that is complete is very well done. And there is a ton of eye emblems on Black Ops 3. Why? I don't know. People have this fascination with eyes. The things I love about this one is, first of all, the iris, the colored part of the eye, has this awesome shimmer to it to almost make it look like a mini sun, or like Sauron's eye from Lord of the Rings. Also, I love the fur texture above the eye, like the blue part above the eye. I haven't seen many emblems at all where someone's able to pull off a really good looking fur texture, and this one is one of them, and I think that looks really awesome, and that is why I love this emblem, and that is why it made the list. The reason why it's not higher on the list is, well, there's a lot of just blank space area around the outside of the eye, but overall, very well done. You deserve to be on this list. So the next one is submitted by Andrew or Elite01 on Twitter. Now, this is Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, if you've never seen the movie before, he's basically this like serial killer guy. He's really creepy. And the point of this one is really well brought through the emblem. And what I mean by that is this is a scary character. The way they did the shadows and shading on this character make it look, well, scary. Now, some people may say he's being lazy by blacking out some of the areas with darkness. I don't think so. I think it brings more to the emblem, but he is blanking out some spaces that he could have done some design on, so that's why it's a little bit lower on the list. However, what is done in this emblem is very well done. For example, the face, if you go back and look at the old Nightmare on Elm Street, the makeup done on Freddy Krueger was absolutely horrible. In fact, I think the emblem's makeup on the face, or well, just the creation of the face, actually looks better than the original movie's makeup, if you ask me, which is really impressive that someone could do that through an emblem in a video game, which just blows my mind. So this one is very well done. The only problems I have with it is it's blacked out in some areas, and I understand why it is, but he didn't have to design a whole emblem like some other people in this video. But what he did design was absolutely perfectly executed. The next emblem is a SpiderMan emblem created by Jew Ninja 1990. That is right, a rich, big-nosed, sneaky person born in 1990. Does saying that make me like racist or xenophobic or something like that? I wasn't trying to be. It was just stereotypes, you know? They're funny. Ha 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 ha. Get it? It was a joke. But anyway, back to the emblem. So yes, the Spider-Man suit. Looks awesome. Very, very well done. I love that there's a texture on the suit. I know it's easy to do, but it looks absolutely fantastic. On top of that, the eyes. I love the eyes. First of all, the eyes have a texture. Second of all, they have a glow to them that looks absolutely awesome. And in my opinion, is the thing that makes this emblem awesome, is that glow to the eyes. Also, there is awesome lighting. As you can see, lighting draping over the shoulder, fading to make the chest darker because there's a shadow from the face. Awesome. Very well done. You understand how light works. The only thing, they could have put a background, something a little bit more interesting, but I get why they put the black. They're trying to make Spider-Man look really, really badass. You may be wondering, is Spider-Man my favorite superhero? Because I've actually had Spider-Man emblems on here before. No, Superman is my favorite superhero, except for that new movie. That new movie just wasn't on par. But that's beside the point. This emblem, very well done. You can see the bottom of the spider logo creeping up the chest, along with all the lines on the suit, looking absolutely awesome. Extremely well done, and very, very close to being #1. But it's not #1. This is #1. So on Twitter, Clash Resto sent me this one, and it is a Pokeball, and it is the winner this week. I love this emblem so much, and I really have no reason why. In fact, I don't think it's necessarily better or harder to make than any of the emblems we looked at so far, but I simply just love this thing. I love how the lighting kind of fades out from the middle of the Pokeball. The middle of the Pokeball, super bright, super vibrant, and really there is no Pokeball that actually looks like this. The Master Ball, which is kind of the same colors of this one, doesn't look like this. The Ultra Ball is definitely not this color. The Dream Ball is close to this one. It has the kind of pink and purple look to it, but the Dream Ball, the colors are actually reversed. And yeah, I know that much about Pokemon. I get it. I'm a nerd. I get it. I understand. Okay, you don't need to make fun of me. But that's beside the point. Now this one is called Loopy Special, and it's done by Loopy Lou on PS4. And this is Loopy Special. That is the best way to describe this thing, because what they did is they took the idea of a Pokeball and made it their own, changed their colors, put a texture on it, made it look vibrant and cool. When looking at it, you know it's a Pokeball, but it's not a normal Pokeball. There's something special to it, and I absolutely love that. I was so glad to see someone take a original idea of the Pokeball and make it their own. I always love to see a little bit of something like that. But this is the winner for this week. I really loved it. But let me know which one of these was your favorite. I think they were all extremely well done, but let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video and made it this far, it would be super greatly appreciated if you could simply leave a like rating. I would absolutely love to see that, and it really, really, really helps out the channel. If you would like to submit your emblems or paint jobs, the way to do so is get a high resolution screenshot. That is right, 1080p, 720p, something high resolution screenshot, and send it to me on Twitter. That link is down in the description. Just send it at Inkslasher. That's my Twitter. You can check it out down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.